What up, what up, what up? How's everybody doing this weekend? It's Sunday. Sunday fun day. Anyways, okay guys, I just got back home, hanging out, had a great weekend, met some really cool people, did some really fun stuff, ate too much food. But yeah, had a great time. Anyways, I just wrote some stuff down in my book here that came to mind, okay? So bear with me before we get into the reading, all right? So self-love, determination, emancipation, relaxation, one love, new beginning, high vibe, ramification, annihilation, vacation, formal, and wise counsel. Okay? So the words that I chose to look up out of these ones were emancipation. Okay? So the fact or process of being set free from legal, societal, or political restrictions, liberation. All right? Ramification, a consequence of an action or event, especially when unwelcome or complex, or um, the action or state of ramifying or becoming ramified. So to spread or to branch out, to grow and develop in complexity or range, which is the one that I like better. All right. I think it has more connection to what I'm going for, with the rest of it. And then we got wise counsel. So advice or guidance that is insightful, prudent, and beneficial, stemming from wisdom and experience. So sound advice, sage guidance, prudent recommendations. So from what I'm reading on here, okay, you guys are being set free from something, some kind of societal, political, legal perspective, viewpoint, restrictions. We're being liberated. This is a freedom loving reading, okay? Um, yeah, so we're spreading out right now. We're growing, we're developing, and we're doing this with the wise counsel of some kind of a sage, some kind of, you know, sound advice, some kind of prudent recommendations from somebody that is wise, right? You're talking to somebody. This is you guys getting into contact with somebody who's going to help you along your journey, whatever that journey may be. Okay, everybody's journey is obviously different. Okay? All right. Anyways, so that's really good. Also, when I was doing my pre-shuffle, the sun came out 3 times in 3 different decks. Huh? So that means that you guys are like growth oriented. You're focusing on growing, on shining, on being authentically you, right? You guys are like the sun's the brightest star in the whole sky, right? You guys are like the star, the brightest star. All eyes on you. Excuse me. Um, you're probably noticing a lot of people stare at you. A lot of people trying to make eye contact with you, or a lot of people looking away suddenly when you catch them looking at you. Okay, yeah, we got 2 of Cups. Some people are like the pumpkin to your spice. So there's somebody in your life that you're making good connections with right now. This could be that sage, that wise counsel that you guys are talking to. There's somebody in your life that's making a lot of sense to you. I just picked up a new deck of cards. I really like them, by the way. The Cozy Witch Tarot from the makers of Believe in Your Own Magic. They're pretty good. Pretty awesome. I like them a lot. Anyways, let's look up the significance of a pumpkin while we're on here. Because there's lots of pumpkins in this pumpkin patch. Pumpkin, spiritual meaning. So, abundance, prosperity, and the harvest season. Again, this is your guys' season. Like, there's a lot of joy. The sun represents joy, warmth, goodness, growth. We were talking about growth, right? And branching out, right? Like, look at the pumpkins are a perfect symbol of that. Like, the way that they grow on their vines, like that, right? Like, they come out in an abundance. But yeah, you guys are just really in your emotions right now with people who are resonating with you, people who are on your vibe, people who are in the same energy as you, people who are trying to get to the same place as you. I just heard position. I don't know why my nose just got stuffy all of a sudden. That's really weird. But yeah, so the pumpkin represents a connection to the cycle of life and the potential for growth and transformation. It can also be associated with protection, particularly during Halloween. and for warding off evil spirits. You guys could be, you know, having pumpkin spice. I know it's not the season for pumpkin spice, but it's quite possible, people have pumpkin spice without it being Halloween. Okay? Anyways, let's keep going here. What else do we got? The magician. You have everything you need to do anything that you want. Again, this is more, let's just say, plant parent. All right. You guys could be growing plants. It is spring, so you guys might be planting some stuff right now, but this is about planting the seeds of your future. All right. This is about you taking all of the knowledge that you have and incorporating it into whatever kind of goal or dream you have. All right. And you are getting help from somebody. Also, the birds could be significant. The birds always tell you messages. Like when you're out in your daily life and you see birds, like write them down, look them up later on, check out the spiritual meaning. And this isn't just birds, this is all animals. And you'll become quite knowledgeable about what messages these animals are trying to send to you. Okay? So it says we got the tower. It says, get ready. Things are about to be shaken up. All right. But this is a shakeup for the good. Okay. It's like when one door closes, another one's going to open. Always. So we don't have to look at endings as bad things. Endings bring new beginnings. Okay. So we have toxic witches. Be cautious of those who take more than they give. Be extremely careful about who you let into your energy, who you let into your house, your vehicle, around your kids, your animals, your plants. I'm hearing. You be careful. I'm serious about the people that you keep around, the company that you keep. Okay, not everybody's your friend. All right. Some people who come with a smile on their face have a knife in their back pocket, waiting to stab you in the back. Okay. It says, give yourself the compassion that you were never given. Okay. Again, self-love was I think the first thing that I wrote down on that. I already closed my book, but I'm sure if you go back, it was one of the first things I wrote down, self-love. Look at how uncomfortable this girl is in what seems to be her own home with these people there. Look at how uncomfortable she is. Don't be like her. All right? If you feel uncomfortable, like she's in the actual fetal position beside these girls and they don't even notice, they don't even care. All right? There's people in your life that oh, they're just not on your vibration. Okay. And that's okay. Everybody has a unique vibration. Not everybody's going to be on the same as you. Right. And when you understand that, life becomes a lot easier. Right. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Get used to it. And don't be upset about it. Okay. Cats could be very important to you right now. Cats symbolize spirituality and intuition, being connected, right, to the other side, the other realms, the other dimension. This is my famous line, but, you know, just because you can't see air doesn't mean that it's not real, right? It's the same as the other side. It's the same as, death, crossing over. It's the same as, like, when people die, they're not gone forever, you know, their soul still exists. They come back in another body, or they stay up there and learn till they're ready to come back down till they're healed enough to come back down again. We have the hermit. There are some things that must be done on your own. And this shirt says solitary witch. I've actually never used these cards before. This is the first time and I love them already. This is my straight up new favorite deck. This girl has a pendulum. You guys could be using pendulums. You could there's a market actually upcoming. It's called the Wow, why can I not think of this? My friends would be so upset with me. Let me just find this market because it's my actual favorite market of the whole entire year. I look forward to it. What is going on? Um, oh no. Oh, sorry. It's in Lloydminster. I don't know if you guys are ever around Lloydminster. But it's fuck, what is it called? This is gonna drive me absolutely wild. Um, Wow. I feel like I'm going to take all day looking for this event. Anyways, my friends are hosting it in Lloydminster. I'll find it and I'll link it into the bio. Okay, but I'm going to be there. I'm going to be doing card readings and they sell like there's all these cool people that get together. Okay, all the witchy people, if you want to call them that. They're spiritual, right? They're not weird. I mean, some of them are a little weird. We're a little weird. We're all a little weird. Who cares, right? At least they're themselves. At least they're authentic. At least they're, they don't pretend to be people that they're not. Okay. But yeah, and that's a very good point right there, right? It's important to not pretend. Like if you have to pretend, if you have to pretend about who you are to sit in a group like this to talk shit with these other girls, like they're not your people. Okay? They're just not your people. I'm gonna find this right now because this is really bugging me. Um, where is it? I just want to find it. Ah, this is like my second. Okay, there we go. Sorry. It's called the Mystic Moonlight Market and Psychic Fair. Okay, it's on April 11th and 12th at the Border Inn and Suites in Lloydminster. There's going to be a whole, if you like this kind of thing, if you're on my channel and you like this kind of thing, and you're not just creeping, you know, then you'll like this. You will like this. You'll love it. You'll have so much fun. And even if you're not really into this kind of thing or like want to be out there, you'll find some of the coolest, nicest people you've ever met in your whole life there. Okay? Yeah, the Mystic Moonlight Market. Very great time. The best event I've ever been to. Shout out to Kevin and Tammy. Awesome market. Love you guys. Yeah, but yeah, right now, basically, it's just a time for you guys to be in the hermit mode. Okay? You don't need to be around people in order to, you know, figure out what your own dreams and ambitions are. That's something that you have to do by yourself. You got to do that in your alone time. Or with this one trusted friend, your guru, or whatever you want to call it, the person that you go to for advice. What did they call it at the business summit this weekend? Somebody that you can look up to, like an idol, but somebody that can show you the ropes. Like, there's a word for it and I just can't think of it. Sorry, my brain's not clicking all the way. It's not firing up fully, okay? Anyways, now is a good time to be hanging out by yourself. All right, stay away from lower vibe people, low frequency people. Enjoy your own company. Your guides really want me to tell you that growing stuff this spring in April would be very beneficial to you. Okay, they're bugging me to say it. I've heard it 12 times and I've kind of been pushing it off, pushing it off. Um, get your hands in the dirt. Get your hands on some seeds. Plant yourself some stuff. Watch your little babies grow. All right, enjoy them. All right, sea witch. So we got a solitary witch, we got a sea witch. And this is the Queen of Cups. So honoring your emotions is one of the highest forms of self-care. Yeah, so if you feel a certain way, don't don't hold all your feelings inside of you to the point of explosion, like a volcano, until you erupt and freak out on everybody closest to you. It's not a good look. All right? They're guiding you to spend time, like invest on yourself. Okay, spend time with your own thoughts. Spend time with your own emotions. Write down your emotions. Why do I feel this way? Break it down. Figure out why you feel a certain way. Why am I getting triggered by this? Right? If there's something that you're continuously getting triggered by, like people talking shit in this card, I get triggered by people talking shit too. You know why? Because then I start to become like that. And I got a lot of shit to talk if I want to, but I don't want to. I don't like to be that person. I don't want to be that person. So I like to hang around with people who, whoa, don't gossip, who aren't into that. Yeah. Like a caring connection, right? Like, look at them. Look at the difference between these two cards. People who truly understand, and this is a caring connection versus a narcissistic connection or like a fake friend thing, okay? So, will you or won't you? The choice is yours. right? There's somebody in your life that wants to help you. They want to comfort you. They want to show you the ropes. They want to help lead you. Okay? They're going to lead you the way that you want to be led. You just have to find that person to help you. If you're trying to grow a company, if you're trying to go back to school, a mentor, that's the word. You need to find a mentor. Okay? So for whatever you're doing, you know, sometimes we have to do things alone. There's times, right? There's certain times for everything. Sometimes we do things alone. Sometimes it's good to find a friend, a mentor that can help us on our path. Because if it's going to take us 20 years to do it on our own just because we don't want to ask somebody because our ego is too big, when it could take 5 years, to get it done with when we just ask for help, right? Just take the easy route. Life doesn't have to be hard, okay? It really doesn't. Okay, we're getting 15:50 on the clock. That's two fives anyway. So big changes are coming up. Try not to be so picky, okay? That's right. Give people a chance. You don't have to be extremely picky about everything. Okay, but you know what though? And there's a lighthouse on here. All right. What's that card that I have? If it, if it's a lighthouse, you'll see it's meant to be. The lighthouse, you see it's meant to be, something like that. Yeah, just I don't know how I'm going to say. Be courteous, be cautious. These are all things that are coming to my mind. Okay, don't tell everybody your plans. Be cautious in who you tell your plans to. Okay, because people with dirty energy like to stomp that out. Have you ever had that happen where you had like a big plan and you went around telling everybody what you wanted to do, and all of a sudden, like, it just couldn't happen? It couldn't get off the ground? That's from telling people. Yeah, because they like will send negativity towards that and snuff it out. Okay, so don't tell anybody your plans. You can be picky about that, but don't be picky about, you know, I want to say don't be picky about who you let into your life. I'm just going to say be picky. You know what? Be picky. Okay, I'm going to go the complete opposite with this. Be picky. Don't let people in your house unless you completely trust them 100%. They bring negative energy. Don't let people in your car. Don't let them around your kids. I'll say it again. I'll say it 100 times. Be picky. But also be open. Okay, and go with your emotions. Go with your gut. Confirmation. If you can hear that car out there, just go with your gut. All right. You're going to find somebody right away who's going to help you with your dreams. They're going to help you make your dreams a reality. Keep trucking. You can do it. If nobody's told you today that you can do it, that your dreams can become a reality, I'm telling you this now. Whatever you set your mind to, you can do. Absolutely, 100%. All you got to do is believe. All you got to do is have faith. That's it. Okay, excuse me. Back in the day when your parents or your teachers or whoever, they used to tell you, like, you can be anything you want to be when you grow up. It's true. And most of us are grown now. At least if you're on here, you're probably grown. You should be 18 if you're on here. But I want you guys to know you're good people. Trust your emotions, trust your instincts, trust how you feel around certain people, and be picky. If you have people that are making you feel like this, get rid of them. Don't call them back. Ignore, block, delete. See you later. Okay? And it might cause tower moments. It might cause issues like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm sitting here by myself with my thoughts, me and my pendulum, and I have no friends. Would you rather have shitty friends or no friends and no drama? I will pick no friends and no drama every day. I enjoy being in hermit mode. I enjoy spending time by myself. Back in the day when I was a kid, I always used to be like latching on to people, like, I didn't want to be alone. That has long left me. I'd rather be alone. I get stuff done. I can figure out my own thoughts. I can keep my frequency without other people's frequency affecting my own. All right. And yeah, I just want you guys to keep being the star that you are. And if nobody's told you today that they love you, I love you. All right. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out my other content if you want. I mean, I've got lots on there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a draw. So, yeah, if you guys want, you know what? I'm gonna do a draw. I just thought of this right now. Actually, I'm gonna make a thing today. I'll tell you guys more about it. I'm gonna do a draw, but I'm gonna make a thing. I'm gonna actually plan it out for us. Okay, so keep keep coming back and it'll be updated, okay? Anyways, you guys have a good day. I love you. Bye.